Hi, I'm Lara, the owner and founder of Offspring Education, and you are tuning into the first of many episodes where we explore different topics and ideas for early childhood educators, because we want every child that you work with to reach their full potential. So, the first topic that we're going to explore is process over product. So let's get started. So, what is process over product? We use this term when we talk about art experiences for our children. Before we unpack exactly what it is, I want you to really think about the answer to these two questions of what art experiences are like in your room. So the first one, do you have an end goal or an objective for these experiences? And the second one is, are you really disappointed when the children's art doesn't look the way that you want it to? If you answered yes to both of those, then you are not really doing process over product art experiences for your children. So process over product is where children explore materials in the way that they want to and in their own time. Essentially, they can create whatever they like. In its purest form, that's process over product. You have to think about it more like a scientific experiment with materials. So they get to explore, they get to experiment, and they get to work out what they want to do with the materials when they want to use them. In a nutshell, that's process over product. So, why is process over product important? We need creative thinkers. We have no idea what the world is going to be like for the children that we work with in the future, so we need them to be able to think creatively. They need to be able to come up with their own ideas. They need to be able to explore problems and materials and investigate things in their own way. And that is why process over product is important. So, how do we do process over product in our learning environments? Well, I've got 3 key things that you need to do in order to be able to foster process over product art experiences. So the first thing is separating your art space from your eating space. And I know I can hear a few of you going, oh, but we don't have the room, and I get it. Some of those rooms that I've been into, they are tiny for educators and for children. How you're going to do it to be able to foster process over product is when you put an art experience out, then take your eating place somewhere else. So you can get a picnic rug and you can sit down on the floor and have a picnic. Kids love it. It's awesome. Or you can take your eating place outside. Or you can take your art place outside. So there's several ways that you can maneuver around it. The reason being is that you don't want to interrupt a child's flow when they are working on their creative art projects. So the next key thing to using process over product for children's artwork is using inspirational pieces as well as provocations. So inspirational pieces can be things like photographs of famous artwork, or it can be things like photographs of something that you find beautiful in your own environment, or something that they have found beautiful. So you can use those things as inspiration for children's artwork, but as long as you don't say, okay, we are going to create this beautiful rainbow, because then that takes out that you are focusing on the product more so than the process. So you can put a picture of a rainbow up and you can hope that children start developing their own rainbows, but you can't sit there and say to them, yes, we're going to make a rainbow today, okay? You want them to be able to come up with their own idea and be able to look at that rainbow and go, hey, I want to make a rainbow. The next one is provocations. So I use provocations a lot when I'm working with children. I'm always asking them questions about, what would happen if we do this? Or why would we do it like this? Those kind of things. So those kind of provoking questions allow children to construct their own ideas and thoughts and be more creative in their work. So the third thing you can do in your room to foster process over product is modelling different techniques. So modelling is different to instructing, and the reason why it's different or how it's different is when you model something, you sit down and you work on your own piece of artwork beside the children. And you use language to talk about what you're doing, but you're working on your own piece and you're expecting the children to work on their own piece beside you. Some of them may copy what you're doing, some of them may go and do their own little thing, and that is fine. We are okay with both of those situations when we're looking at process over product. So now that we know the what, why and how of process over product, you might want to use this when you are thinking about your next art experience for the children that you work with. I'm Lara from Offspring Education, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.